Hey everyone, so in this video I just wanted to talk about the possibility of The Last of Us 2 having a Battle Royale mode, and what that would look like. Okay, so before anyone freaks out, I understand that this is an unpopular topic because The Last of Us 2 does not need a Battle Royale mode. I simply want to discuss what a Battle Royale mode would be like in The Last of Us, and the possibilities and implications of having this mode in The Last of Us Part 2. So we all know that Battle Royale games have exploded over the past year. There's PUBG, H1Z1, Realm Royale, Fortnite, and a ton of other less prominent games. And now bigger developers like Treyarch and Crytek are making Battle Royale modes with Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Hunt Showdown. YouTube and Twitch are riddled with gameplay streams of these games, and it seems like people are becoming obsessed. Others believe that the Battle Royale game types are merely a fad that will die off sooner rather than later. One thing is certain, these games have proven that the Battle Royale formula is tense, fun, and addictive, at least for most. Okay, so now let's talk about my favorite developer of all time, Naughty Dog, and my favorite game of all time, The Last of Us. Naughty Dog has never been one to conform to popular or trending ideas, and they usually push the envelope in game design and storytelling, so I think the idea of them making a Battle Royale mode for most is ridiculous. But I want you to consider a few things. If you've never played The Last of Us multiplayer called Factions, you'll be surprised to hear that it has a mode somewhat similar to modern day Battle Royale games, a last man standing mode called Survivors. This places 2 teams of 4 against each other. In this mode, each player only has 1 life. The round ends when all players on a team are killed. Survivors has always been my favorite mode in The Last of Us multiplayer for 2 reasons. 1. Having only 1 life meant your life was important, forcing you to think carefully about your choices, and not just running around into battle, dying, and then running around like an idiot all over again only to die and respawn. And 2. It encouraged teamwork to stay alive, because there was a revival mechanic just like in Fortnite and PUBG. If you stuck together, you had a much better chance of winning the round, and you were there to protect and revive your teammates. To me, those 2 elements are what make Battle Royale game modes appealing to people. 1. Your life matters, and 2. It encourages teamwork. Let's just consider what a Battle Royale mode would be like in The Last of Us. Naughty Dog has created bigger and bigger open world sections in their games over the years, the latest being Uncharted: The Lost Legacy that had a fairly large explorable section. As much as I don't ever want Naughty Dog to make an open world game, and I do not want them to get rid of their existing multiplayer modes, I think if Naughty Dog were to invest in a Battle Royale mode, they would put the other developers to shame. The Last of Us provides an excellent sense of survival and scarcity of supplies and ammunition, which in itself is an amazing recipe for a Battle Royale game type. But imagine rummaging an open world map, searching for guns and ammunition in abandoned buildings, crafting in real time to make traps, molotovs, and upgrading your guns, adding scopes, silencers, upgrading clip capacity and weapon sway. The inclusion of listening mode and zombies could also add an amazing element. I can imagine there being vehicles to roam around in like in Uncharted, but having the stealthier option of riding horses. There could be areas that are only accessible with 2 players using the boost function found in the first game. There could be gas masks that you find on the map that allow you to access areas infested with spores, where players without a gas mask couldn't access. Hiding in foliage or sneaking up on enemies and using a shiv to perform a stealth attack. I think instead of the storm wall that other games use, The Last of Us 2 could use spores to force players into tighter circles. And maybe the players that got stuck outside the circles and died would become infected and attack the remaining players. Honestly, I think it could be amazing. Let me just say something. I love the current Last of Us multiplayer, Factions. It is actually my favorite multiplayer of all time for the reasons I mentioned earlier. And if the inclusion of Battle Royale mode replaced Factions, I would not want it in The Last of Us Part 2. There are also other things we need to consider. Is the inclusion of Battle Royale mode even possible considering the graphical fidelity of the game? The most players we've seen in a Naughty Dog game is 10, which is 5 vs 5 in Uncharted 4's multiplayer. We also need to remember that the inclusion of a Battle Royale mode takes additional resources. Treyarch even had to make the decision to remove the campaign from Black Ops 4 in order to make a Battle Royale mode. I think everyone is in agreement that the single player should always come first in a Naughty Dog game. That being said, if Naughty Dog did decide to include a Battle Royale mode or release it later as a standalone DLC, I think it would be mind-blowing. Naughty Dog would do it best. This is just my personal opinion. If you guys hate the idea, let me know. If you thought the idea was awesome, I also want to hear. I just want to hear other people's opinions, so please share. Also, let me know what you guys thought of the video in general, and thank you for watching.